Did you know Georgia Tech Sports Clubs has a back-to-back national champion living in the CRC? Or should we say, swimming in the CRC? Maggie Corbett had a chance to sit down with members of the club who not only win in the pool, but have a lot of fun doing it.
My name's Jake, and Jake Grant. I'm a fourth-year mechanical engineer, and I'm the president of the Georgia Tech Swim Club. One of our cliche phrases, I guess, is everything is optional, and to an extent that is true, because yes, we understand one of the best parts about being on swim club is you can say hey, school comes first. About the commitment, it's kind of what you put into it, as kind of wishy-washy as that sounds, but we have 3 or 4 practices a week. They'll be Monday through Wednesday, and then also on Thursday, just different times, different situations kind of thing. But like I said, it's what you get out of it, right? So we don't just do practice, we go to meets, right? But we also do social events and tailgates for football games and things like that. So it can be your everything, or it can be just a nice accent to your college career. Club swimming has always had this not collectivist culture, but we just kind of all existed. And there was a Facebook group, and people posted meets, and then the meet at the end of the year kind of became the one that everybody wanted to go to train and taper. So we hosted East Coast National Championships for more than a decade before CCS was a thing here at Macaulay. It started with 5, 6, 7 teams that just wanted to splash around and have fun, and it kind of grew to a point where U.S. Masters, U.S.A. Swimming, it's too big for them to ignore, right? There wasn't a lot of change from 2016 ECCs to 2017 was the in-between year, and then 2018 the first CCS National Championship. The meet looked largely the same because it was here, it was run by Georgia Tech. We have when we host meets like that, we have a great student culture of making sure the onus is on us to run a good meet, make sure people enjoy themselves and stuff like that. So it didn't really change a lot. In terms of the atmosphere we put on, Georgia Tech has always been a team that just has that kind of spirit for the concept. This team is a culture and it's a spirit, and they bring so much to the Georgia Tech community, not just in a trophy or something in that, but in supporting philanthropy events for Greek life, or going to random varsity non-rev sports games, or we have a mini 500 team this year that got second. That was super cool, and that's not something we've ever done before, but I think it's something that perfectly encapsulates what it means to be on the team, because they don't just love Georgia Tech Swim Club, they love Georgia Tech, and it's an honor to be a part of it. I thank goodness every day that I somewhat randomly encountered the old meet director when I was on my tour as a freshman, because I didn't know club swimming was a thing. And if I didn't know that, I'd probably be at Purdue or swimming D3 at WashU, or I don't know, I wouldn't be here. I'm from Chicago. It's not a natural step to take. So I don't know. It says a lot that our members promote the team, not just for what it is in the water, but for what it is outside of it so much. Because I showed up because of the swimming, but I stayed because it's family.
The Georgia Tech Swim Club is the official club team for swimming here at Georgia Tech. We're open to pretty much anyone. As long as you have some sort of swimming history, we will welcome you in. We're about 150 members right now, which has grown exponentially in the past few years. So practicing with us is awesome because it's exactly what you'd expect if a bunch of college students that love swimming made practices. The practices are fun, but they're hard, and you can challenge yourself as much as you want to. So we have usually 8 to 10 lanes, which is a ton of pool space for a ton of swimmers. And so the slowest lanes are kind of doing their own thing. They're following the set, but they have much slower intervals. The coaches usually adjust that set because they're there for a different reason than the people in the fastest lanes, and that's absolutely fine. We like that. But the fact that everyone's kind of on the same page doing similar workouts is fantastic. And meanwhile, the fastest people on the team are doing really hard sets, they're pushing themselves, and they're doing exactly what they want to do. And the coaches have done a fantastic job of that so far. So winning the national championship 2 years in a row now, starting my freshman year, has been a crazy experience. So my freshman year, I was, again, just a freshman, so didn't really know what was going on. I kind of just assumed that this happened. I didn't know exactly how much it really meant. But once we won nationals and everyone's reaction to it, it kind of kicked in about what this really means. And then going to a meet as large as nationals, I mean, it was one of the largest meets in the country that year. especially the largest one hosted by any sort of independent organization. So it was incredible, and now seeing that and being on the executive board for year 2 of that with our repeat national championship, that's where it really sunk in, and getting to see the recognition we get not only from the school but other teams and swimming, just the world in general, getting articles written about us in things like Swim Swam, a huge publication for swimming. It's really cool to see that, and just college swimming as a whole has been on the up and up for the past few years, and be part of that has been fantastic, and to be the leading team, that means a lot.